Welcome back to DriveTime. I'm your host, and today we are diving deep into one of the most anticipated truck reveals of the decade, the 2027 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Chevrolet dropped this bombshell on June 16, 2026, and the automotive world hasn't stopped buzzing since. The fifth-generation Silverado is here, and on paper, it looks absolutely incredible. Two all-new V8 engines. A completely redesigned interior with more screen real estate than some home theaters. The most off-road capable ZR2 ever built. And a bold new exterior that makes the Ford F-150 and Ram 1500 look like they're stuck in the past. But here's the thing, and this is what's driving truck enthusiasts absolutely crazy right now. For all the fanfare, for all the press releases and the glossy photos and the carefully choreographed reveals, Chevrolet has left an astonishing amount of information completely off the table. We're talking about the stuff that actually matters. The numbers that make or break a truck purchase. The specs that separate a good truck from a great one. The details that determine whether you're getting a game changer or just a pretty face. Today on DriveTime, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to tell you exactly what Chevrolet has told us about the 2027 Silverado. And then we're going to tell you, in excruciating detail, everything they haven't. The horsepower figures they're keeping under wraps. The torque numbers they're not sharing. The fuel economy, the towing capacity, the payload specs, the pricing, all of it. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what we know, exactly what we don't know, and exactly what you should be waiting for before you even think about signing on the dotted line. This is the 2027 Silverado. This is what we still don't know. Let's get into it. Let's start with the elephant in the room. The headline. The reason most of you are even watching this video at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. The engines. The beating heart of any truck. Chevrolet has made a monumental statement with the 2027 Silverado. While Ford is downsizing to turbocharged V6s that sound like angry vacuum cleaners, while Ram dropped the legendary Hemi V8 in favor of a straight 6, while the Toyota Tundra went full twin-turbo V6 with a complex hybrid system, Chevy doubled down. They went bigger. They went more powerful. They went all in on naturally aspirated V8 power. And honestly, that's pretty refreshing. It's almost rebellious in today's emissions-obsessed world. Let's rewind the tape. The outgoing Silverado offered a 5.3-liter and a 6.2-liter V8. Solid engines. Reliable. Made good power. They were the workhorses that built America. But Chevrolet decided that wasn't enough. They didn't just tweak the old engines. They went back to the drawing board and developed two completely new engines for the sixth-generation small block family. The 5.7-liter replaces the 5.3. The 6.6-liter replaces the 6.2. And here's something that'll make the history buffs among you smile. The last time we saw a 5.7-liter in a full-size Chevrolet truck was 1999, in the final year of the C/K series. And the 6.6-liter? That hasn't been seen since the third-generation C/K in 1980. So Chevy is bringing back displacement numbers that resonate with nostalgia, but with 21st-century technology. But let's be very clear about something. These aren't old engines being resurrected. These are brand new, sixth-generation small-block V8s built on the same architecture that debuted with the 2027 Corvette. They share the same deep skirt block, the same advanced combustion chamber design, the same thermal management systems. These are modern, sophisticated engines with new combustion and thermal management innovations designed to improve both power and efficiency. We're talking about variable displacement oil pumps, advanced knock sensors, and cylinder deactivation that's so seamless you won't feel it. Chevrolet claims the 2027 Silverado now offers the most powerful naturally aspirated V8 engine in its class. That's a bold claim. It's a marketing statement that puts a target on their back. And they've backed it up by saying the 6.6-liter will be the most powerful naturally aspirated V8 in the half-ton pickup segment. Not the most powerful overall, because the Ram TRX with its supercharged V8 obviously wins that, but naturally aspirated. That's a specific caveat. It means they're targeting the Ford F-150's 5.0-liter Coyote V8 and the Ram 1500's 5.7-liter Hemi. Here's the problem. That's all they've said. We don't know the horsepower. We don't know the torque. We don't know the RPM ranges where peak power hits. We don't know the compression ratios. We don't know the bore and stroke. We don't know the redline. We don't know any of the actual performance numbers. It's like someone telling you they have the fastest car in the world but refusing to tell you the top speed. Let me put that in perspective for you. Chevrolet revealed an all-new generation of their best-selling vehicle, a truck that sells every 57 seconds globally, and they didn't tell us how much power it makes. That's like releasing a movie trailer without showing the lead actor's face. The outgoing 6.2-liter made 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. Those are solid numbers. Respectable. But competitors like Ram's 6.4-liter V8 in the Rumblebee 392 put out roughly 470 horsepower and 455 pound-feet. So where does the new 6.6-liter land? We can make some educated guesses. The engine is closely related to the new 6.7-liter LS6 V8 recently confirmed for the C9 Corvette Stingray from 2027. That engine makes a staggering 535 horsepower and 520 pound-feet of torque in Corvette form. Obviously, the Silverado version won't have Corvette power numbers. Truck engines are tuned differently. They prioritize low-end torque for towing and hauling over high RPM horsepower for track days. But landing somewhere in the high 300s to mid-400s horsepower range would probably be in the ballpark, judging by current power numbers and the need to beat the Hemi. Some outlets have speculated the 6.6-liter could make around 400 horsepower with 420 pound-feet of torque, with a maximum towing capacity around 12,000 pounds. But that's just speculation. Chevrolet hasn't confirmed anything. And let's think about what Chevrolet needs to deliver here. The Ram 1500's Hurricane Inline-6 makes up to 540 horsepower in its highest tune. The Ford F-150's 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 makes 400 horsepower and 500 pound-feet. The Toyota Tundra's twin-turbo V6 makes 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet. If Chevrolet wants to claim most powerful naturally aspirated V8 in its class, they need to beat the Ram's 6.4-liter numbers. They need to give truck buyers a reason to choose natural aspiration over forced induction. And they need to do it while maintaining the durability and reliability that Silverado customers expect. The new engines are being assembled at GM's Flint Engine Operations, Tonawanda Propulsion, and St. Catharines Propulsion plants. That's a massive investment in manufacturing capacity. Chevrolet says they pushed these engines through an extensive testing and validation process to make sure they deliver the durability, capability, and dependability Silverado customers expect. That's great. That's exactly what you want to hear. But it doesn't tell us how much power they make. And here's the thing, the new V8s aren't even the whole story. The 2.7-liter TurboMax 4-cylinder returns for 2027, now paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission instead of the old 8-speed. Chevrolet claims it delivers best-in-class standard torque. Again, no numbers. The 3.0-liter Duramax Turbo Diesel Inline-6 also returns, and for the first time, it will be offered on the work truck trim, giving fleet and commercial customers the opportunity to combine towing power and fuel economy. And again, no numbers. Chevrolet says they'll reveal power and fuel economy figures closer to when sales begin. That's the official line. That's the company line. And it's incredibly frustrating for anyone trying to make an informed buying decision. We'll come back to the engines throughout this video because there's so much more we don't know. But for now, let's move on to something else Chevrolet has kept completely under wraps. If there's one thing truck buyers care about more than horsepower, it's capability. Let's be real, most of us aren't drag racing our trucks. We're hauling boats, towing campers, moving equipment, or dumping gravel in the backyard. What can this thing actually do? How much can it pull? How much can it carry? These are the questions that separate casual truck buyers from serious truck buyers. These are the metrics that make or break a fleet purchase. And Chevrolet has given us absolutely nothing to work with. We don't know the towing capacity. We don't know the payload capacity. We don't know the gross combined weight rating. We don't know the gross vehicle weight rating. We don't know the axle ratios. We don't know any of the capability specs for the new Silverado. Let me read you something from Cars.com's coverage of the reveal. While we know the displacement of the two new V8s, we don't know much else about them. Chevrolet claims the 6.6-liter will be the most powerful naturally aspirated V8 in the half-ton pickup segment but hasn't shared any power figures for it or the 5.7-liter. Besides power figures, we also don't know fuel economy, towing or payload specs for the new Silverado. This is insane. This is the most important information for a huge portion of Silverado buyers. Tradespeople, contractors, farmers, ranchers, people who use their trucks to make a living. And Chevrolet is asking them to wait. To give you some context, the outgoing 2026 Silverado 1500 with the 6.2-liter V8 can tow up to 13,300 pounds when properly equipped. The 3.0-liter Duramax diesel can tow up to 13,000 pounds. Payload capacity ranges from about 1,800 to 2,200 pounds depending on configuration. Those are competitive numbers, but they're not class-leading. The Ford F-150 has been the king of towing for years. Chevrolet has mentioned that the new trucks should ride better than before thanks to suspension changes like revised dampers and reduced friction points. But they're still using rear leaf springs, which won't rival the Ram 1500's rear coil spring setup and available air springs. That's interesting information. But it doesn't tell us what the truck can actually do. Consumer Reports noted that Chevy's going all in with off-road enhancements on the redesigned 2027 Silverado 1500, touting them more than payload and towing capabilities, although specifics are limited until it gets closer to the on-sale date. That's a telling statement. Chevrolet is emphasizing the off-road capability, the luxury features, the technology, all the stuff that looks good in marketing materials. But the work truck fundamentals, the stuff that actually matters to people who use trucks for work, that's being held back. Here's what I think is happening. I think Chevrolet knows that the new V8s are going to be powerful. I think they know the towing capacity is going to be competitive. But I think they're waiting to release those numbers until they're absolutely certain they can beat the competition. The Ford F-150 can tow up to 13,500 pounds with the right configuration. The Ram 1500 can tow up to 12,750 pounds. The Toyota Tundra Max is out around 12,000 pounds. Chevrolet needs to at least match those numbers. Ideally, they need to exceed them. If the new Silverado can't beat the F-150's tow rating, that's a problem. If it can, that's a headline worth waiting for. There's also the question of how the new engines affect towing capability. The 6.6-liter V8 should provide plenty of low-end torque for pulling heavy loads. But will it match the diesel's towing capacity? Will the 5.7-liter be a viable towing option, or will it be more of a fuel economy play? These are all questions we can't answer right now. And here's something else to consider: the 2027 Silverado is built on updated underpinnings. The T1-2 platform promises improved fuel economy and a variety of engine options. But we don't know how those platform changes affect the truck's structural integrity for towing. We don't know if the frame is stronger. We don't know if the cooling system is upgraded. We don't know if the transmission has been beefed up to handle more torque. All of this matters. All of it affects the truck's capability. And all of it is being kept secret. Look, I understand why automakers do this. They want to control the narrative. They want to release information in a carefully orchestrated sequence to maximize media coverage and maintain buzz. But there's a difference between strategic information management and leaving buyers completely in the dark. We're going to keep pushing for these numbers. And as soon as Chevrolet releases them, we'll be the first to let you know. But for now, we just have to wait. Okay, let's talk about the interior. Because this is where the 2027 Silverado really makes a statement. Forget the exterior for a moment, the cabin has been completely redesigned, and it's a massive leap forward from the previous generation. Chevrolet has gone all in on digital displays, and the result is one of the most tech-forward interiors in any pickup truck on the market. Every 2027 Silverado comes standard with a 16.3-inch center touchscreen and a 12.2-inch digital instrument cluster. That's right, even the base work truck gets the big screens. That's a significant upgrade from the outgoing truck, which used a 13.4-inch touchscreen starting on the mid-tier LT, while lower trims may do with a 7.0-inch screen. The center screen sits within a parallelogram-shaped bezel that includes a physical volume knob. Thankfully, Chevrolet hasn't gone full Tesla here. There are also physical climate controls and buttons for towing and the all-wheel drive system, which is a welcome touch. Step up to the High Country and ZR2 trims, and you get an 11.5-inch front passenger screen. That's a Silverado first, and it means drivers and passengers in those top trims have access to more than 60 inches of digital displays. Now, I've got to be honest with you. I have mixed feelings about passenger screens in trucks. Cars.com's reviewer put it bluntly, I've never found a good use case for passenger displays other than impressing buyers in the showroom. That's a fair point. What are passengers actually going to do with that screen? Watch movies. Check navigation. Play games. We don't know what this screen can do. Chevrolet hasn't told us. And here's something we don't know, what's the user interface like? How responsive is the touchscreen? How intuitive is the software? Does it support wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto? Spoiler alert, it does, and that's actually a big deal because Chevrolet EVs don't offer Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. But beyond that, we don't know much. What apps are available? Is there an off-road mode with special displays? Can you customize the digital gauge cluster? Does the passenger screen have its own inputs? There are other interior upgrades we don't know about. The new Multiflex center console can be reconfigured into a work surface. There are dual wireless charging pads. The High Country adds a panoramic sunroof, a first for the Silverado, along with real wood trim and microfiber suede accents. The ZR2 gets its own unique treatment with torch red accents around the side air vents, a red stripe on the dashboard and the center of the seats, red seatbelts, and forged carbon fiber trim on the doors and center console. This is GM's first application of forged carbon decor. The Trail Boss gets red stitching and unique seat perforation patterns. The High Country has two color themes available, light or dark, with natural tan accents on the seatbelts and tan stitching throughout. All of this sounds great. It sounds like Chevrolet has really stepped up their interior game. But here's what we don't know. We don't know how comfortable the seats are on long drives. We don't know how much headroom and legroom there is in the back. We don't know about storage compartments. We don't know about interior noise levels. We don't know about build quality. These are the things you can't learn from a press release. These are the things you need to experience in person. And until the trucks hit dealerships, we just don't know. We also don't know much about the driver assistance technology. The 2027 Silverado will feature Super Cruise driver assistance technology with segment-exclusive trailering. It's the only truck in its class to offer hands-free towing. That's actually a huge deal. Imagine towing a trailer down the highway and being able to take your hands off the wheel. That's game-changing technology. But we don't know how well it works. We don't know the specific capabilities. We don't know the limitations. We don't know if it works on all highways or just mapped roads. And we don't know what other driver assistance features are included. Does it have automatic emergency braking? Lane keeping assist? Blind spot monitoring? Adaptive cruise control? Probably, but Chevrolet hasn't confirmed the full list. Let's talk about the outside of the truck. Because Chevrolet has made some significant changes, and the result is a Silverado that looks both familiar and completely fresh. The 2027 Silverado introduces an all-new exterior with a bolder stance, stronger face, and more premium execution. Chevrolet Global Executive Design Director Phil Zak said, "The goal with the new Silverado was to create a truck that looks stronger, more modern with demanding presence at first glance, while staying true to the authentic truck character customers expect from Chevrolet." The front end has been completely redesigned with new LED headlights and taillights, more pronounced wheel opening moldings, and trim-specific design elements. There's a 3-foot-wide third brake light on the back of the cab. The available sliding rear window is now more discreet. And almost every model comes with dual exhaust pipes. There's significant differentiation between trim levels. The upscale High Country gets a Tritan satin grille, 22-inch machined wheels, and more polished trim elements. The rugged ZR2 gets an off-road hood with a new power dome and 35-inch mud-terrain tires. The Trail Boss and Custom Trail Boss get 2-inch lifts and 34-inch mud-terrain tires. Spy photos have given us a good look at what to expect. The new WT work truck trim appears to be ditching the blocky Chevrolet lettering that spans the current version's grille in favor of a crossbar with a Chevy bowtie logo. Even the base model gets upgraded LED daytime running lights that were previously reserved for higher spec trims. Our spy photographers have been busy, and we've seen the new Silverado in various configurations: regular cab, crew cab, ZR2, Trail Boss. The regular cab continues to be available, which is good news for tradespeople and fleets who prefer the old-school configuration. But here's the thing about all this exterior design information. We've seen pictures. We've seen spy photos. We've seen patent images. We've seen the official reveal photos. But we haven't seen the truck in person. And that matters. Photos don't always capture the full presence of a vehicle. The way light plays off the body panels. The quality of the paint. The fit and finish of the panels. The way the truck looks from different angles. We also don't know all the color options. Chevrolet has shown some colors, Trillium Metallic, for example, but we don't know the full palette. We also don't know the exact dimensions of the new Silverado. Chevrolet says they'll reveal those details down the road, but for now, we don't know the overall length, width, height, wheelbase, or ground clearance. These aren't just random numbers. These matter for garage fit, for off-road capability, for maneuverability. If the new Silverado is significantly larger than the outgoing model, that could be a problem for people with tight garages or narrow driveways. We also don't know the exact tire sizes for all trims. We know the ZR2 gets 35-inch tires. We know the Trail Boss and Custom Trail Boss get 34-inch tires. But we don't know the specifics for the other trims. And we don't know the wheel options. The High Country gets 22-inch wheels. But what about the other trims? What are the standard and optional wheel sizes? Look, I'm nitpicking here. The exterior design of the 2027 Silverado is clearly a home run. It's bold, it's modern, and it stays true to the Silverado heritage. But the details matter, and we're still waiting on a lot of them. If you're an off-road enthusiast, the 2027 Silverado has some very exciting news for you. Chevrolet is calling the new ZR2 their most off-road capable ZR2 ever. And they've got the hardware to back it up. Let's start with the tires. The new ZR2 comes with 35-inch Goodyear Territory MTs, 285/75 R18. That's a significant upgrade from the current ZR2, which is limited to 33-inch tires. The larger tires should provide better ground clearance and improved off-road traction. The ZR2 also gets a 2-inch suspension lift, Multimatic dynamic suspension spool valve shock absorbers, jounce dampers, and electronically locking front and rear differentials. That's serious off-road hardware. The Multimatic DSSV dampers are the same technology used in high-performance applications like the Ford GT and the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, 1LE. They should provide exceptional off-road control, allowing the wheels to absorb massive bumps while maintaining composure. The ZR2 features a revised front bumper with large cutouts for the front tires and a new skid plate that protects the chin. There's also a dedicated off-road hood with an enhanced power dome. For the hardcore off-road crowd, there's also a ZR2 Bison edition. Chevrolet hasn't provided many details about the Bison, but based on the current model, we can expect additional off-road armor, upgraded bumpers with winch compatibility, and possibly additional suspension enhancements. The Trail Boss and Custom Trail Boss also get upgrades for 2027. They feature 2-inch lifts and 34-inch mud-terrain tires. The Trail Boss gets red stitching and unique seat perforation patterns inside. And spy photos show the new Trail Boss with a similarly updated front fascia and an intricate set of wheels. But here's what we don't know. We don't know the approach angle, departure angle, or breakover angle. We don't know the ground clearance. We don't know the water fording depth. We don't know the crawl ratio. These are the numbers that serious off-road enthusiasts care about. These are the specs that determine whether a truck can handle the Rubicon Trail or just look good at the mall. We also don't know how the new ZR2 compares to its competitors. The Ford F-150 Raptor is the gold standard for off-road performance trucks. The Ram 1500 TRX is a monster with a supercharged V8. Where does the ZR2 fit in? The ZR2 has always been a capable off-road truck, but it's never quite matched the Raptor or TRX in terms of outright performance. The 35-inch tires are a step in the right direction, but the ZR2 still has a narrower track width than those models. Is the new ZR2 finally a Raptor fighter? Or is it still a step behind? We don't know. We can't know until we drive it. And let's not forget the Trail Boss. It's positioned as a more affordable off-road option, but we don't know how capable it really is. The 34-inch tires are solid, but what about the suspension? The approach angles? The overall capability? Chevrolet has emphasized off-road capability more than payload and towing in their marketing for the 2027 Silverado. That tells me they're confident in the off-road performance. But they haven't given us the numbers to prove it. This is frustrating because off-road capability is one of those things that's hard to judge from photos and specifications alone. You need to drive the truck. You need to feel the suspension work. You need to experience the traction control system in action. And until the trucks hit dealerships, we just can't do that. This is the question that keeps coming up. The elephant in the room. The topic that every truck enthusiast wants to know about. Will there be a hybrid 2027 Silverado? The short answer is, we don't know. And Chevrolet isn't telling. Here's what we do know. The 2027 Silverado will launch with 4 engine options: the enhanced 2.7-liter Turbomax 4-cylinder, the 3.0-liter Duramax Turbodiesel Inline-6, and the 2 new V8s, 5.7-liter and 6.6-liter. There is no hybrid option at launch. But Chevrolet added a "yet" to that statement. That's interesting. That suggests they're at least considering a hybrid option for the future. Motor Trend reported, those hoping for a hybrid or plug-in hybrid, PHEV, option for the new Silverado will be disappointed. There are no plans for electrification, but Chevrolet did add a "yet" to that statement. So what could a hybrid Silverado look like? There are a few possibilities. One scenario is a hybrid system based on the 3.6-liter V6 engine, which would provide an excellent balance between performance and fuel economy, making it a direct competitor to the Ford F-150 Power Boost system. Another scenario is a V8 hybrid combining a classic small block V8, either the 5.7-liter or the new 6.6-liter, with additional electric torque. That would provide the power of a V8 with the efficiency of a hybrid. There have been rumors of a plug-in hybrid powertrain being developed for the Silverado and GMC Sierra. GM confirmed in 2024 that it was working on PHEVs for the US market for a 2027 launch, though it still hasn't confirmed which models will offer these powertrains. According to GM Authority, a plug-in hybrid, PHEV, powertrain is being developed, and this electrified option may debut in 2027, after the new trucks are revealed. But here's the thing, Chevrolet didn't announce a hybrid option at the reveal. Instead, they emphasized the efficiency and performance of their diesel and Turbomax engines. That's a telling omission. If Chevrolet had a hybrid in the works, why wouldn't they announce it? Why wouldn't they want to compete with the Ford F-150 Power Boost and Toyota Tundra iForce Max hybrids? There are a few possibilities. 1. The hybrid isn't ready yet. 2. Chevrolet is waiting to see how the market responds to the new V8s before committing to a hybrid. 3. Chevrolet is planning a hybrid for the mid-cycle refresh rather than the initial launch. Whatever the reason, the lack of a hybrid option is notable. Ford has had the Power Boost hybrid in the F-150 for several years now. Toyota has the iForce Max hybrid in the Tundra. Ram is working on a plug-in hybrid. Chevrolet is behind on this. And they know it. The absence of a hybrid also means the Silverado misses out on a feature the Ford F-150 hybrid offers, the ability to use your truck as a proper generator for your house or worksite. That's a significant capability that many truck buyers find appealing. So where does that leave us? We don't know if there will be a hybrid Silverado. We don't know when it might arrive. We don't know what form it might take. All we know is that the 2027 Silverado is launching without one. And for buyers who want a hybrid truck, that's a problem. Alright, let's talk about money. Because at the end of the day, no matter how impressive the truck is, it all comes down to one question. How much is the 2027 Silverado going to cost? And once again, Chevrolet has given us absolutely nothing. No MSRP, no starting figures, no trim walk with numbers attached. GM-Trucks.com reported, pricing is the one area where Chevrolet has shared nothing at all so far. No MSRP, no starting figures, and no trim walk with numbers attached. This is actually unusual. Typically, automakers at least provide a ballpark estimate or a starting at price when they reveal a new vehicle. But Chevrolet has been completely silent on pricing. Chevrolet says they'll announce prices closer to when sales begin. Sales are expected to begin in late 2026. So we could be waiting several months for pricing information. To give you some context, the current 2026 Silverado 1500 starts at around $36,900 for the base work truck model and goes up to about $71,700 for the ZR2, excluding destination freight charge, tax, title, license, dealer fees, and optional equipment. But those prices are for the outgoing generation. The 2027 model is all new, with significant upgrades across the board. It's reasonable to expect a price increase. What kind of increase are we talking about? Some sources have estimated the starting price could be around $39,000. Others have suggested around $42,000. Consumer Reports estimates a price range of $39,000 to $75,000. Car and Driver has speculated that the custom Trail Boss could land in the mid to high $50,000 range, the Trail Boss somewhere north of $60,000, and the ZR2 closer to $80,000 or more. But here's the thing, these are all estimates. They're educated guesses based on the current pricing and the expected upgrades. But Chevrolet hasn't confirmed anything. We don't know the base price. We don't know the price of each trim level. We don't know the cost of options. We don't know the destination charge. We don't know anything about pricing. And pricing matters. The Ford F-150 starts at around $34,000 for the base model and goes up to over $80,000 for the Raptor. The Ram 1500 starts around $37,000 and goes up to over $90,000 for the TRX. The Toyota Tundra starts around $39,000 and goes up to over $75,000 for the Capstone. Chevrolet needs to price the Silverado competitively. If they price it too high, they'll lose buyers to Ford and Ram. If they price it too low, they'll leave money on the table. There's also the question of how the new V8s affect pricing. The 5.7-liter and 6.6-liter are all new engines. That means development costs that need to be recouped. Will that translate to higher prices? Or will Chevrolet absorb the costs to remain competitive? And let's not forget about the technology. The 16.3-inch center screen, the 12.2-inch digital cluster, the available passenger screen, the Super Cruise with hands-free towing, all of this technology costs money. Will it be standard across all trims? Or will it be reserved for higher trims with higher prices? We don't know. Here's my concern. Chevrolet has invested heavily in the new Silverado. New engines. New interior. New technology. All of that costs money. And that money has to come from somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised to see significant price increases across the board. Maybe $2,000 to $5,000 more than the current model, depending on the trim. But that's just speculation. Until Chevrolet announces pricing, we just don't know. Let's talk about timing. When can you actually get your hands on a 2027 Silverado? Chevrolet says the 2027 Silverado 1500 will go on sale in late 2026. That's the official word. But, late 2026 is a vague timeframe. Does that mean October? November? December? Right before Christmas? We don't know. Chevrolet has said that more detailed specs, including pricing, will be available closer to the new truck's launch later this year. The company plans to begin deliveries in late 2026. Chevrolet has already started a big sale on 2026 models to clear the way for the new truck. That's a good sign that the 2027 models are coming soon. But production timelines can be tricky. Supply chain issues. Parts shortages. Quality control problems. All of these can delay a vehicle launch. Chevrolet says the new engines will be assembled at GM's Flint Engine Operations, Tonawanda Propulsion, and St. Catharines propulsion plants. That's a significant investment in production capacity. But it doesn't guarantee that production will go smoothly. And let's not forget about international markets. The 2027 Silverado is expected to arrive in Australia in the second half of next year. But GM Australia and New Zealand has said, whilst we are excited by the news of the next generation Silverado, currently we have no announcements to make on future models for the ANZ region. Using history as a guide, it can take 12 to 18 months for new Chevrolet pickups shown in the US to come to Australian showrooms. So Australian buyers might be waiting until late 2027 or even 2028. In the Middle East, Chevrolet says the new Silverado will arrive in summer 2027. So buyers in that region will have to wait a bit longer than US buyers. Here's what we don't know about availability. We don't know the exact on-sale date. We don't know if there will be production delays. We don't know which trims will be available at launch. We don't know about regional availability. We also don't know about the ordering process. When can you place an order? How long will the wait be? Will there be dealer markups? Will there be limited availability for certain trims? If you're in the market for a new truck, this is a critical question. Do you wait for the 2027 Silverado? Or do you buy a 2026 model now? If you wait, you might be waiting several months. And there's no guarantee that you'll be able to get the trim and configuration you want. If you buy now, you might miss out on the new features and technology. It's a tough decision. And Chevrolet isn't making it any easier by keeping US in the dark. So far, we've been talking about the Silverado 1500, the half-ton truck. But what about the heavy-duty versions? The Silverado 2500 and 3500 are the workhorses of the lineup. They're the trucks that real contractors, farmers, and heavy haulers rely on. And we know almost nothing about them. Chevrolet hasn't released any details on the 2500 and 3500 heavy-duty versions of the 2027 Silverado. No engine specifications. No towing capacity. No payload. No pricing. No release date. Nothing. This is particularly frustrating because the heavy-duty truck market is incredibly competitive. Ford Super Duty, Ram Heavy Duty, and Chevrolet Silverado HD are locked in a constant battle for supremacy. Every pound of towing capacity matters. Every horsepower counts. The current Silverado HD can tow up to 36,000 pounds with the right configuration. The Ford F-450 Super Duty can tow up to 40,000 pounds. The Ram 3500 can tow up to 37,000 pounds. Will the new Silverado HD close the gap? Will it finally beat the Ford Super Duty? We don't know. One thing we can speculate about is the engines. The new 6.6-liter V8 that's debuting in the 1500 might also find its way into the HD trucks. But the HD trucks also offer the Duramax diesel, a 6.6-liter V8 turbo diesel that's the real workhorse of the lineup. Will the Duramax be updated for 2027? Will it make more power? More torque? We don't know. There's also the question of international availability. In Australia, heavy-duty trucks like the Silverado HD are popular. But GM Specialty Vehicles hasn't confirmed when or if the new HD models will arrive. The current Australian lineup includes the luxury-focused LTZ, which previously sat below the high country trim not sold here. But the LT will not continue as part of the new lineup. This may see GMSV introduce the 2027 High Country in Australia and New Zealand instead, although nothing has been confirmed. Here's what we don't know about the heavy-duty Silverado. We don't know if there will be a new generation for 2027. We don't know if it will get the new V8S. We don't know if the diesel will be updated. We don't know the towing capacity. We don't know the payload capacity. We don't know the pricing. We don't know the release date. All of this is unknown. If you're in the market for a heavy-duty truck, you're going to have to wait. And possibly wait for a long time. Alright, let's bring this all together. Let's recap what we know about the 2027 Silverado and what we still don't know. What we know, the 2027 Silverado is the fifth generation of Chevrolet's full-size pickup truck. It will go on sale in late 2026. It will be available in 7 trim levels: Work Truck, Custom, Custom Trail Boss, Silverado, replacing LT, Trail Boss, ZR2, and High Country. There will be 4 engine options: a 5.7-liter V8, a 6.6-liter V8, a 2.7-liter Turbomax 4-cylinder, and a 3.0-liter Duramax turbo diesel. All engines will be paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. The 2.7-liter previously used an 8-speed, so this is an upgrade. Every truck gets a 16.3-inch center touchscreen and a 12.2-inch digital instrument cluster. ZR2 and High Country trims add an 11.5-inch front passenger screen. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard. The ZR2 has 35-inch tires, a 2-inch lift, Multimatic DSSV dampers, and electronic locking differentials. The Trail Boss and Custom Trail Boss have 34-inch tires and 2-inch lifts. There's a new exterior design with new LED headlights and taillights, more pronounced wheel arches, and trim-specific styling. The High Country gets 22-inch wheels and a panoramic sunroof. Super Cruise with hands-free towing is available. And here's what we don't know. We don't know the horsepower or torque for any engine. We don't know the fuel economy for any engine. We don't know the towing capacity. We don't know the payload capacity. We don't know the exact dimensions. We don't know the pricing. We don't know the exact release date. We don't know if there will be a hybrid option. We don't know anything about the heavy-duty versions. And honestly, the list of unknowns is longer than the list of knowns. For a truck that's supposed to go on sale in just a few months, that's a lot of missing information. So what does this mean for you, the buyer? It means you should wait. Unless you absolutely need a truck right now, wait for the full details. Wait for the horsepower numbers. Wait for the towing capacity. Wait for the pricing. The 2027 Silverado looks like it's going to be a fantastic truck. The new V8S, the upgraded interior, the improved technology, it's a significant step forward. But you need to know the full picture before you make a decision. Compare the Silverado to the competition. The Ford F-150. The Ram 1500. The Toyota Tundra. All of them have their strengths and weaknesses. All of them have their own engine options, their own capability specs, their own pricing. You need to know how the Silverado stacks up. And right now, you can't make that comparison because Chevrolet hasn't given you the information you need. Here's my advice. Stay tuned. Keep watching DriveTime. As soon as Chevrolet releases more information, we'll be there to break it down for you. We'll test the truck. We'll tow with it. We'll off-road it. We'll review it. We'll give you the honest, unbiased information you need to make the right decision. The 2027 Silverado is coming. It's going to be big. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be impressive. But until we know the full story, it's still a mystery. This has been DriveTime. I'm your host. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go, I want to give you a few more details that we didn't have time to cover in the main video. The 2027 Silverado will be available in 3 cab styles: regular, quad, and crew. 3 bed lengths will be offered: short, standard, and long. The ZR2 features forged carbon fiber trim on the doors and center console, which Chevrolet says is the first ever use of true carbon decor on ZR2 and GM's first application of forged carbon. The High Country has a less Western appearance, according to Chevy. What that means isn't entirely clear, but it suggests a more refined, luxury-oriented design. The tailgate gets markings to measure lengths on the work site. That's a nice touch for contractors and tradespeople. The 2027 Silverado is a significant vehicle for Chevrolet. It's their best-selling vehicle, and it underpins a huge portion of their business. The Silverado's architecture, powertrains, and electronics underpin pickups and SUVs that are the backbone of GM profit, production, and employment. GM's annual revenue from selling vehicles based on the full-size truck architecture exceeds many countries' gross domestic product. So when Chevrolet gets the Silverado right, it matters. And when they keep details secret, it affects a lot of people. Let's talk more about the 2.7-liter Turbomax. This engine carries over from the previous generation, but it gets some significant upgrades for 2027. Chevrolet says it delivers best-in-class standard torque. The big news is that it now gets the same 10-speed automatic transmission as the rest of the lineup. Previously, it used an 8-speed. This should improve both acceleration and fuel economy. The 3.0-liter Duramax turbo diesel also returns. For the first time, it will be offered on the work truck trim, giving fleet and commercial customers the opportunity to combine towing power and fuel economy. There are rumors that the diesel could offer a long-range setup aiming for up to 1,000 miles per tank. That would be incredible for long-haul drivers and fleet operators. But again, no confirmation from Chevrolet. The 2027 Silverado is built on the updated T1-2 platform. This platform promises improved fuel economy and a variety of engine options. We don't know the specifics of the platform changes, but they should result in a better truck overall. The Multi-Flex tailgate continues to be available. This is Chevrolet's innovative tailgate design that can be configured in multiple ways to make loading and unloading easier. We don't know if there are any updates to the multi-flex tailgate for 2027. But given that it's a popular feature, it's likely to return with at least some improvements. The 2027 Silverado features improved towing technology. Super Cruise with hands-free towing is a game-changer. But we don't know what other towing aids are included. Trailer sway control. Integrated trailer brake controller. Rear-view camera with trailer guidance. Let's talk about how the Silverado stacks up against the competition. The Ford F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle in America for decades. It's the benchmark that every other truck is measured against. The Ram 1500 is known for its luxurious interior and smooth ride, thanks to its coil spring rear suspension. The Toyota Tundra has a loyal following and a reputation for reliability. The 2027 Silverado needs to compete with all of them. And based on what we've seen so far, it has a fighting chance. The new V8s give the Silverado a unique selling point in a market that's increasingly moving to turbocharged V6s. The interior tech is class-leading. The off-road capability is impressive. But we need to see the numbers. We need to see the pricing. We need to see the real-world performance. And we will. As soon as Chevrolet releases the information, we'll be there. Coming up on DriveTime, we'll have our first drive review of the 2027 Silverado. We'll test it against the Ford F-150 and Ram 1500. We'll take it off-road. We'll tow with it. And we'll tell you everything you need to know. Thanks for watching this extended edition of DriveTime. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with your truck-loving friends. We'll see you in the next one. Drive safe.